They want to build a paradise on earth, and this is not possible. So I decided to do this announcement of Easter, of Advent, but also with some historical touch and a little bit enter just superficially, because we cannot go deeper. I could, but is not the place, about the cultural world. La guerra cultural na que vivemos. Isso que é o tema, poquito. And it's amazing to see that I have my appoints, because if not I go off. If I start talking without that, I go off and off and off and off. So, just for you to the difficult thing is to land. Once that we land, we depart. So, there is a world, a cultural world, that we should not be surprised by it, because part of the history of the church has been always an inadequacy to this world. Attention, Jesus Christ says, my kingdom is not from this world. And we don't get it. Man is constantly wants to build a kingdom on earth. And Jesus Christ says many times, my kingdom is not from this world. The prince of this world is the devil. But nobody speaks about the devil anymore. It's not fashionable to speak about the devil. And he's very happy. The Screwtape, C.S. Lewis has a book, Screwtape Letters. You can read, it's very nice. And then the devil is very happy that people don't believe in him. Also, Father Amos, Gabriel Amos, he said that. He died now, he's an exorcist in Rome. He performed more than 5,000 exorcisms. And then he says that, one of the things that he says, that the devil is very happy because people don't see his action. People don't believe on him. And then he can do whatever he wants. But I'm not here tonight to speak about the devil, but yeah, a little bit, but not too much. And also because of this world, behind this cultural world is always the devil, always the devil. But my point is that from the very beginning of the church, persecution had twins. The church has a twin throughout history: the grace of God and persecution. The church was born under persecution, and we have forgotten that. Persecution was the seal. The seal. If you read the Martyrorum, the Acts of the Martyrs, you'll be amazed how the first Christian, they will face death, martyrdom, as if they were going to their reward. Even the emperor could not understand how the Christians go towards their death, as in a liturgy, singing and praising the Lord, because they have been persecuted because they will not adapt themselves to paganism. They will say, if you say that Caesar is the Lord, you shall live. And then they will say, no, Caesar is not the Lord, like the state. The state is not the Lord. The Lord is Jesus Christ. And they will be decapitated. And this has been always somehow in the presence of the church. Very, very visible for the first century. Then with Constantine, a great danger happened in the church. Christendom was born. The idea that Christianity can build a kingdom on earth. This is a very dangerous idea that was born with Constantine. Finally, Christianity is accepted. But then with Constantine, there are many positive things, but also with Constantine, the essence of Christianity, of the Sermon of the Mountain, disappear a little bit. the mass entered in the church. And many think was lost. Also the Eucharist suffered a lot when the Christianity became the religion of the empire. This became. If you see in the book of Revelation, the book of Revelation is a eschatological book. What does it mean, a eschatological book? It happens in history. It happens every generation, will happen in our generation, and announce what will happen at the end. This is a little bit eschatology. In the book of Revelation, on chapter 12 and 13, speak about this big battle in heaven. Was a fight between Michael and the dragon. And the dragon wants to persecute the woman that was pregnant, about to give birth. The dragon hates the woman. If you see in Genesis, from Genesis to Apocalypse, there is this enmity, this fight, this hatred from the devil towards humanity, but especially towards the woman. The serpent, in Genesis, he goes to talk with the women. That is in the book of Revelation, you speak about that. This woman that the church says that is Mary, but also is the church, and is also the figure of humanity, of the children of God. And if you go to the chapter 12 or 13, let me see if I speak a little bit less. If you go to chapter 13, I can't. It lasts for 30 seconds and then I go off again. If you go to chapter 13, speak about the great dragon. This great dragon has a follower. There is a beast that follows the great dragon. This beast is wounded, but she did not die. And then appears a second beast. There is the dragon, the first beast, and the second beast is a caricature of the Trinity. Because the devil wants to envy God. And everything that God said that is good, he wants to say that is bad. And everything that God says that is bad, the devil wants to say that is good. And we shall see this a little bit, God willing. Throughout the history, there is this evil trinity. This evil trinity. Write it down so that you may not forget. This evil trinity. Acting. Acting in history. Because